Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P, back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we're back once again with another video, and we got a lot to discuss today. Of course, we know that DDG, India Love, Mama DDG, and of course Ed the cameraman were in Rome, Italy, along with Jay Cinco and Lala. Jay Cinco and Lala are back in LA, confirmed. DDG, India Love, Mama DDG, and Ed are stuck in the airport. They are in the States. I think they're probably like stuck in Charlotte because they missed their connecting flight. They had to go back through customs, and yeah, they didn't make it. Well, a lot happened in Rome. Before DDG really started streaming, he had a bit of a situation going on where he was pretty much heated, you know. And what I think is that Halle didn't make it easy for him to get Halo. It was either when he went to go get Halo was to no avail. You know, she probably made him like, oh no, he's like 20 minutes away, we'll be there shortly. Knowing that DDG has a limited time, you know, to actually be with Halo. Could have been that. Or it could have been this. When DDG arrived, he didn't have any like, you know, baby bags or anything with no pamper supplies, no bottles or nothing. And she told him to get his own. This stays here. You can't take my stuff. You got to have your own. So DDG had to pretty much go to the store, pick up baby bottles, Pampers, or get a whole diaper bag set, strollers, whatever he needed, because Halle wasn't letting him hold hers. Okay, and the next thing, and the most petty thing she could have did, would have been something like this. When DDG went to go pick up Halo, guess who brought Halo to him? The new dude. That is like baby mama. I'm telling you, that's something that I could see happening. When DDG arrived at the hotel, see, the new dude got Halo, bringing Halo to the door, and he's patting Halo on the back, kind of like, oh, he just woke up from a nap. Can you imagine how heated DDG probably was if that was to happen? And this is all alleged, folks, but I'm just saying, he said something happened and he was heated because things went wrong when he first got there and was trying to get Halo. So I'm thinking it had to be one of those. You know what I mean? Because you know how petty things can get. Because if you guys, let me tell you how petty this situation is. And all this is like I say, a petty baby daddy, baby mama situation. Let me tell you this. When DDG first announced that Halle Bailey and him broke up, and as we know, you know DDG's favorite artist is Drake. Confirmed. You can ask him about it. It's just what it is. When DDG broke up, or DDG and Halle broke up, Halle posted a video on her Instagram of Halo and her at the beach with the song Not Like Us playing in the background. Knowing that, you know, DDG don't really like Kendrick. He don't mess with that camp. He's straight, you know, Drake. You know what I'm saying? Everything Drake. So that was strike one. So now she's dating Kendrick Lamar's producer. Oh, we talking petty. So that goes to show, like, does she really like this dude? Or is she just doing it to get under DDG's skin because she know that Drake and DDG are cool? You know, Drake talked to him or shouted him out on Aid and Stream. He played basketball with Drake, and Drake knows that, you know, DDG is a fan of his. You know what I'm saying? And he supports what DDG is doing. But I can't knock her because look at all the stuff DDG's done. The camping trip with mostly all the women that Halle Bailey had a problem with. You know, Lala was the main one, and she was the first one to pop back in with the cabin trip with her and Seven. You feel what I'm saying? And ever since then, he's been going crazy. You know, with the DDG club that was at the 7-day hit-a-thon, all these girls around, and he's got India Love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he started messing around really with India Love and connecting with her is because it's probably something that Halle said. So you're like, India Love is so pretty. I like the way this and that. Me are so cool. Oh my God, when I first met India Love, it's something that sparked him to connect with India Love that she said, because like I said, it's a petty baby daddy baby mama war going on right now. That's what this is. So hopefully she really does have genuine love for this producer guy, you know what I mean, whatever his name, I'm not sure what his name is. I mean, it's out there, but I haven't really locked in on what's his name. Just the new dude, we're gonna call him new dude. Yeah, so that's all it is. It's just a bunch of petty stuff. So also DDG did announce that he will be doing the camping trip stream next week, July 9th, which I think is on Wednesday, and they're gonna do it Wednesday to Thursday, so July 9th through July 10th. They're gonna be doing, like, you know, cooking with the fire, and it's gonna be like a real legitimate, you know, camping trip. Because I know on July 11th, India Love has to do a club hosting somewhere on that, and that's next Friday. So yeah, but like I say, this right here just goes to show you, they're just being petty with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, DDG is not innocent. He knows why he really started going crazy with all this girl content. And it was something that he said he was trying to veer away from, because he was kind of going in on Deshae Frost for doing a bunch of girl content. It was like the week DDG got on there and told Deshae Frost he needs to chill out on the girl content, that's when 3 days later DDG announces the split with Halle, and next thing I know, he's on a cabin trip. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what started everything. And ever since then, he's been on the run. You know what I mean? It worked out for him financially, for sure. But it definitely got under Halle's skin. You know, a lot of people will say, no, it didn't get under her skin. Yeah, it definitely did. Also, we got to talk about pretty much the elephant in the room. You know, I did, in the last video I dropped, we talked about Halo and his appearance, about his hair and all this stuff. Didn't look like it was maintained. And, you know, a lot of people I thought was going to have a problem with what I said. But they was like, yeah, this is like, why? Like, these people are worth millions of dollars. This is not some type of, you know, people in the projects or, you know, low income house. Like, this ain't that. These people are multimillionaires. They can fly people in to cut hair. They can have barbers pull up. You get what I'm saying? Just like DDG gets his hair cut probably twice a week. And another reason that DDG might have been mad is because he wanted to get Halo's haircut, and his mom told him no, let it grow. Because he honestly, what really, and I went on Facebook, and what really looked like pissed people off is because Halo's appearance looks like he hadn't been, you know, maintained. Like, far as the hair, the clothes were like big, like, so she wouldn't have to go buy him no clothes, just bought it big so he can just grow into it. It's like almost like he's not being taken care of, allegedly, you know. But what really pissed people off is because how are you on a yacht with your leg cocked up on some random guy, and your son is in a hotel with a nanny and looking rough, looking like David Ruffins, Frederick Douglass, you name it. I mean, I seen all these comments. It was over, I went on Facebook and it was like over 2,000 comments of people talking about it. So, you know, I got on here and I was like, well, you know, maybe I said something and I should probably apologize. But apparently people was like, nah, we saw what you saw. I'm like, yeah, because I mean, if you looked at that video, the first thing it looked like they found Halo somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just wandering the streets. It was like, this can't be little Halo that, you know what I'm saying, that's love down to, but that's how it be sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows what mentally Halle is actually going through, even though, you know, with DDG posting all this girl content, people comparing India Love to her and stuff like that, and say, you know, hey, you know, we can't even compare looks here and all. I mean, I'm seeing all kind of stuff online, crazy stuff, so I'm sure she's seeing it as well. So it's probably making her depressed. So she's like, I gotta up the notch. Because what really, really pissed people off is that she got all this time to drop yacht pictures the day that DDG's supposed to pick up Halo, but yet she couldn't get Halo haircut or get him in something that looks presentable. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what really got people's like, you know, you all, you know what I'm saying, calculated with dropping stuff, make sure, you know, this overshadows the DDG moment with picking up Halo and stuff, but yet Halo's not being maintained. Because, you know, she's busy doing, you know, the PR campaign with the new man and stuff like that to show that she's unbothered. But it's like, yo, get this man a haircut, bro. Get this man. All it takes is a barber just to even just kind of shape him up, give him a little light temp fade. Don't have to line him too tight or nothing. No kind of, you know what I'm saying? You got to do all no, you know what I'm saying? You're a baby. But I thought maybe there was an age limit where a baby couldn't get a haircut. So I Googled it. They said there is none. So I thought maybe people didn't get babies' haircuts because their head is still soft or something like that, and they're not fully developed. But Halo's going on 2 years old. It's time for a cut. You know what I'm saying? So I know that when DDG probably had his dreads, he probably didn't really think about cuts like that far. But now that he's got the same kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, a low afro or whatever, he knows that it's time when it's time for a cut. So when you're getting cuts all the time and you see somebody else without a cut, it makes you like, dang, he need a cut. But before, when he had dreads, he probably didn't really think about it because it's like his hairs just keep growing and he ain't really thinking about the cleanliness and everything. But when he seen Halo, he's like, bro, this child is worth millions. This child is worth millions, walking around looking like Frederick Douglass. And I know that probably pissed DDG off as well. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to prolong this video. I just want to get on here to kind of update you guys on, you know, things that's going on and just what the people saying. So I am going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.